Issuing money can help provide the economy with liquidity which can prove economic growth and innovation. Sounds about where Iraq is headed, right? However, if not managed carefully, the government's directly issuing can lead to inflation. Inflation is the consequence of not playing by the rules, as we all know. Why would Iraq be talking about this? The exchange rate change is likely to be coming because they're going to have something that supports the ability to do all of this, and they have the United States and the coalition on board for it, and you probably have the Bank of International Settlements, World Bank, IMF, UN, okay with it, too. This is extremely important you understand this. It is projected at the end of this month, on the 31st, that the auctions will come to an end. Therefore the next day the citizens of Iraq will be looking for something to use. They will demand $1 because that's all they know, and they will be rejected. The demand for the dollar will increase. The black market value will increase for the dollar, which is not official, which has no meaning, no value to the CBI. But for at least maybe until the 7th. Why? Because on the 7th Sadoni has ordered Parliament to finish and sign off everything on the budget. If not, he'll take care of it. 1 week of bubble. That makes sense. I like it. In Iraq, more than $1 billion CBI sales in 4 days. Yes, we did have foreign currency auctions this week. All eyes will be on Monday to see if they continue or do not continue. It's coming. I have a lot of intel that I can't tell you about. Keep the faith. It's coming by the end. The budget is going to expose everything that we've been waiting for. Of the year. Question: will we be taxed on this exchange? Marks: I am still told no, but I have set aside funds to cover it just in case. Government advisor: Iraq seeks to establish sovereign wealth fund. There are many currencies around the world with weak exchange rates. An increase in the exchange rate is never a random act, it's a reflection of a country's success and economic growth. Encouraging Iraq to succeed and prosper is the only way to increase value. All we care about is the stopping of the auctions, and when, they still say auctions will end by the end of the month. Mr. Sami says when they end the auctions and everyone goes back to work on the 2nd of January, the rise of the dollar will be very closely watched by us here at the banks. If it starts to get out of hand by the 7th when Parliament votes, then he doesn't see any other move but to increase the dinar. That's the only way. Iraq has a way out. Parliamentary finance, financial digital transformation will eliminate corruption and money laundering. They are paving the road and laying the groundwork to changing the value of the dinar. Didn't I tell everyone years ago that Iraq is going to be a central hub for the Middle East? Let me correct myself in saying it is now a central hub, only it is not yet fully geared up and running to its potential. 85 docking stations for freight ships at the port of 4, and only 5 are now open. Imagine when all 85 slips are operational. The amount of freight that will flow through this port of 4. There's no indication out there at all, nothing being said that indicates the Iraqi dinar is going to increase in exchange value. But there is talk about exchange. Suspension of the dollar transfer platform by the Central Bank of Iraq is a big deal, but no, that doesn't mean they're going to change your exchange rate. A different scenario. Washington Post: Baghdad will request that US forces remain in Iraq. Mr. Sami, the key here will be when the auctions stop, and we feel like it will be either the 28th or the 29th. The dollar may jump up some due to traveling at this time, but soon we should see the lower notes and the new rate. Within days, business confused with the dollar exchange rates expected to rise in parallel. Market businesses are trying to figure out how to price things. The government created a committee to address how to reprice things for sudden value changes. We did hear from a group of very informed individuals that are part of this process. They're part of the release. They said the release is coming very shortly, What does it mean? Well, in this case, it means a couple of days. Releases are coming very shortly, it's coming, what I've heard since then, and these were extremely valuable people that were bringing this to us. The highest of the high, we are looking for a green light from Treasury / Wells Fargo to release this to us over the next couple of days. Let's see what happens over the weekend. We at point now that we expect Iraq give us a speech at any time now. A government source said on Sunday that the lack of financial liquidity has caused a delay in the disbursement of employees' salaries. The source told Shafak news agency that employees in most ministries have not received their salaries for the current month of December, despite the month being almost over. The source added that the lack of liquidity is behind this delay, indicating that employees used to receive their salaries on the specified dates, but this month witnessed a delay of more than 10 days. It is noteworthy that the Ministry of Finance pays the wages of self-financing companies starting from the 15th, as well as to the ministry's employees and banks, while the salaries of other ministries are released starting from the 23rd of each month. Recently, questions have been raised about the delay in presenting the 2025 budget tables to Parliament, with multiple sources confirming that Parliament currently does not have sufficient information or details regarding these tables. This delay raises concerns about compliance with the legal and constitutional deadlines for presenting the budget, which is a legal violation that could affect the course of government work and budget planning. According to the Constitution and the laws in force in most countries, the government is required to submit the draft budget to Parliament within a specific time, to ensure its approval before the start of the new fiscal year. In case of delay or absence of timely schedules, this is considered a violation of the law, as the disbursement of funds from the public treasury cannot begin until Parliament approves the budget. On the other hand, the delay in submitting the budget is considered to have a negative impact on the national economy, as it leads to ambiguity about government spending priorities and disrupts development plans in various sectors. In addition, the absence of approval of the budget affects the confidence of international and local institutions in the government's management of financial resources. Speaking about this file, member of the Parliamentary Finance Committee, Mustafa Al-Karyawi, revealed the existence of legal and constitutional violations by the government in sending the budget law to the House of Representatives. Al-Karawi said in a statement to Al-Maluma Agency, Article 77, Paragraph 2 of the Federal Triennial Budget Law indicated that the government must send the budget tables before the end of the fiscal year, indicating that the government sent only one amendment to the text of the budget, which is the text of Article 12 related to the costs of extracting oil in the region. He added, not sending the schedules on time is considered a legal and constitutional violation, and if the government proceeds with amendments to the items, there are many items that need to be amended and to be fair to many groups, adding, we recorded all of these observations in the previous sessions during the first reading of the amendment to the budget law.